Time in YouTube, and welcome back to Deck Profiles. Today we are looking over a deck featuring Golduck. That's right, no GX, no EX, no nada. This is a Golduck deck, and I'm going to showcase right now that there aren't even a GX or an EX in this deck. If you look at our Pokemon lineup, there is none of that. So if you guys are looking for budget, this is a deck for you. Now, Golduck is a 90 HP Water-type Pokemon Stage 1. That's not very bulky. In fact, that is very, very fragile for even a Stage 1's concept. He's got 2 attacks. One is Scratch, 1 colorless, 20 damage. Pitiful. Beyond peanuts. Why is this card so good? It is the Double Jet ability will attack. 1 Water Energy, and you have the opportunity to do 120 damage. Bong! That's insane! Now, in order to do that, we do have to discard 2 water energies from our hand. So we're going to have an ample amount of water energy at all times. One not only attached to Golduck, but 2 of them to be able to discard on every turn. Now, before we get into that, let's take a look at the rest of the Pokemon in the deck, and that's going to be starting with Flareon. Now, you guys are going to be like, why are you running a Flareon? And that is because 2 of the big popular GXs are Lurantis and Decidueye. So we want to counter that, especially because we are a water-type deck. And what's great about this is they are going to have to take 6 prizes from us. So with Flareon and the Flare effect, we're going to be able to turn Golduck into a fire type and do lethal damage to those Lurantis and Decidueye. A Lurantis, for instance, if we can get this thing going, discard 2 water energies, that's 120 damage, times it by 2 due to weakness, that is 240 damage. We are going to take out a Decidueye or a Lurantis. Now keep in mind we are only running 1 and 1 because it is just a counter to those 2 decks, but those 2 decks are very, very competitive and very, very popular right now, so we did want something to counter that. Next up is our card draw, which is going to be Octillery, Stage 1, 90 HP, Water-type Pokemon with Abyssal Hand. Once during your turn, you may draw your hand back up to 5, which is a very, very strong card in this kind of deck. We also have Hug, 2 Water, 1 colorless, 40 damage to the defending Pokemon. Can't retreat during your opponent's next turn. We will not be using that. Next up is going to be Starmie. Now, this is the first time I've used Starmie. 90 HP, Water-type Pokemon, Stage 1, has Space Beacon. Once during your turn, you may discard a card from your hand. If you do, put 2 basic energy cards from your discard pile into your hand. So we literally get rid of a card we don't need for 2 energies that we do need. It's very, very good, very, very strong, and can keep Golduck going for a little while. It also has Starfreeze, 1 water, 1 color, 30 damage. Flip a coin if heads, the defending Pokemon is now paralyzed. It can attack, but we really don't want to waste our water energy onto the Starmie if we don't have to. Now, that is all the Pokemon. Again, very, very quick, very, very light, not too much. And again, our opponent is going to have to take 6 prizes because we have no EXs, no Shamans, no Hoopas, no nothing. We are good to go. Next up is our Dive Ball, which is our pretty key ball here because the majority of our deck is going to be water types. You get to search your deck for a water type, reveal it, put it in your hand. Done. Next up is going to be the Energy Retrieval. We do need a lot of ways to get that energy back because we are going to be discarding it pretty much every turn to attack. So we're going to have to get that good old energy back, and here is one of the resources in order to do so. Next up, we have 2 Level Ball. Now, this is actually the final ball in the deck. We have no Ultra Balls in here at all because we do need to make sure we have cards able to discard to Starmie. And Ultra Ball just isn't going to be strong in this deck when we want the cards in our hands to get rid of. So Level Ball is the other option here. Search your deck for a Pokemon with 90 HP or less, reveal it, put it in your hand. Now, what's amazing about Level Ball is all of our water types are 90 HP, and even our Flareon is 90 HP. So we can literally get anything we want from a Level Ball. It is a beautiful, beautiful ball in this deck. Next up is the Professor's Letter. Search your deck for up to 2 basic energies, reveal them, put them into your hand. This is a fantastic card because especially if you're in a bit of a jam, you can go into your deck, find those water energies, and just start attacking. Next up is going to be the Super Rod. Now, we are running two copies of it in this one because, again, we are going to be losing a lot of cards. So, in case a Psyduck and a Golduck does go down, because guarantee me, they will. Oh, they will be. There's a lot of low HP Pokemon here. But with that being said, with 2 Super Rods, not only can we get them back, but we can also get the Water Energy back as well. Next up is going to be the Trainer's Melt. Now, we've only got 3 of them in here. I did cut one of them for one of the EV Flareon slots. You could run 4 if you don't want to run EV Flareon, so keep that in mind. You're always able to adjust and change based on how things go. The same thing goes with, depending on how the meta goes. If you really want to change that Flareon for a Jolteon, you're more than welcome to do so. Whichever makes you feel better, that is what you should do. Next up is going to be the VS Seeker, because this is going to be a very, very clutch supporter in this one. Because we're going to need a lot of our supporters on a consistent basis, pretty much in every deck. VS Seeker is just a big staple in everything. Now, we are not running Rough Seas because, let's be honest here, most of our Pokemon are one-shot potential here. So we're going to run Silent Lab instead. This is going to slow our opponents down quite a bit because it will make them lose their Shaman, it'll make them lose their Hoopas. If they're playing Eevee, it's going to shut that down. Pretty much anything with a basic ability is going to be shut down. This does not stop Garbodor, so keep that in mind as well. Next up is going to be the Fisherman. Put 4 basic energy cards from your discard pile into your hand. This is, again, we need a way to get around Garbodor. Fisherman's going to be able to do that. Starmie is our primary energy retrieval, but if we can't use it, Fisherman will be able to do it. Not only will that be, but the energy retrieval as well. I mean, the actual trainer, not just... Yeah, never mind. It's okay. You get what I'm talking about. Next up is Lysander. Just switch one of your opponent's Pokemon with their active. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Pretty straightforward. We're running 2 of them. We're running 2N. Each player shuffles his or her hand back into the deck and draws cards equal to the amount of remaining prize cards. Staple, and so is the Sycamore. Discard your hand, draw 7. Straightforward. We need as many card draws as we can get here. Keep in mind at this point, you're always able to just alter a few cards, figure out whatever deck style you want to do, and again, please leave in the comments what you guys are running, what kind of things you are doing with this deck, because there are things like Kukui. You can also add additional level balls or whatever you want. Let me know in the comment section below what things you've changed for this deck in order to make it run better for you. Next up is the Teammates. Now, this is a very, very cool card for this one. Teammates is not something I regularly run, but in this kind of deck, it very, very works very, very well. Again, you can use it with VS Seeker, and it can grab 2 cards, anything you want. So if you've lost a Golduck or you lost a Psyduck early game, you can get Teammates to grab Water Energy. You can get it to get another Psyduck Golduck, or you can get whatever you want because you are the beneficial here, because you're going to lose Pokemon. I guarantee it. This deck is not going to survive long games. You need to do massive damage ASAP, because as soon as they're set up, you're in trouble. So Teammates will help you get those cards ASAP, as long as someone gets knocked out, of course. Now we are running Bursting Balloon. This is going to tear them away from doing some damage. Bursting Balloon is kind of that magic number to 180. As long as we discard 2 Water Energy, we do 120 with Golduck. And then if they've hit us with the Bursting Balloon, we're actually going to be able to hit that 180 mark. So they do not want to hit us with this thing. Now, if we are playing a GX deck, well, we're kind of out of luck. But it's alright. Bursting Balloon will get some damage down, and that's all we really need. Next up is Floatstone. We're running these for primarily Octillery, but we can run them for Starmie as well, depending on situations on the game. Actually, do I have to? I'm kind of remembering here. Yes, retreat cost of 1. But either way, you can run that for both of them. And then lastly, we have 1 Splash Energy. If the water Pokemon this card is attached to is knocked out by damage from an opponent's attack, put that Pokemon into your hand, discard all the cards attached to it. So you can at least get your Golduck back without having to retrieve it. And then, this is going to seem weird, but we're only running 7 energy. But being as we've got so many opportunities here to get energy back, being the Starmie, being the energy retrieval of the Fisherman, the Super Rods, you've got so many ways to get the energy back that 7 is just a nice amount that hopefully it'll make us through, because we only need 1 to attach to Golduck and then 2 to continuously discard. But that is the deck. Can we get ourselves a couple wins on TCGO? That I don't know. I think this deck will have some great potential though. It's fun, it'll be nice, easy, and it's budget friendly. So I hope you guys are ready for this, because we are about to begin. And our first match is against Chillis17. Looks like it's going to be a Rainbow Road variant, but I could be wrong. I do see the Xerneas corn. It's apparently a corn. We're going to win the coin toss. This means I do want to go first. This is actually the first time I'm playing this, so keep that in mind here. We're going to do well. My opponent actually has to mulligan as well, so that's alright. I'm alright if we both have to mulligan. Didn't really reveal too much. My opponent did see that I am playing a Golduck, but we'll see how it runs here. We do get a Psyduck Golduck right away. We got the Remoraid. I don't want to use the Dive Ball turn 1 if I don't have to. We are going to play said Psyduck. We'll have the Remoraid in the back. Again, I'm not going to use my utility if I don't have to. I really don't need to play too much right this first turn. I'll probably drop a Water Energy down onto my Psyduck, and that'll be it. My opponent is playing Volcanion. This is going to be amazing here. Actually, I'm in great shape. Actually, no, he's not playing Volcanion. He is playing Xerneas. He just got a really bad draw. With that, though, we've had our drop. We're going to go with the nice Water Drop. Switch over that turn. Now, if they NS right now, it'll be really unfortunate. My opponent is going to probably have to switch into one of these two because he does not want to give me a full EX attack unless he is not aware of the power of Psyduck, because Psyduck is going to destroy Volcanion. We do see a Shaman, which we can also grab if we can pull a Lysander or anything like that. Our opponent does go for Shaman, sets up, and our opponent is back up to 6 cards in their hand. Now the question is did they did get the Xerneas, so they'll be able to start setting it up. They go for a Trainer's Mail, looking for a trainer card that may help them a little bit further for their first turn. Doesn't actually get to pull anything, so that is an unfortunate Trainer's Mail there, but we are going to get End, which is unfortunate as all, but maybe we'll be able to get some luck here, because we had literally everything I wanted there. This is a bad hand. This is a bad hand. Whew. Our opponent is going to grab another N from the Trainer's Mail there. Are they just going to pass the turn? Because they did. They did. They just passed the turn. They don't know the power. They do not know the power of Golduck. We are going to grab ourselves a Golduck, and this is going to be like a turn 1 Volcanion drop. This is going to be amazing. We're going to drop the Psyduck down, or sorry, the Golduck. We're going to go for a Bursting Balloon, and we are going to go for a Trainer's Mail, looking for something else, and that is going to be the Dive Ball. We're going to grab that Dive Ball, and we're going to be able to get a Remoraid up, or sorry, an Octillery up. I will be dropping the Starmie as well. Drop down that guy right there. Drop down my Staryu. And, yeah, I'm going to go for that Double Jet. And we're going to ditch these 2 Water Energy. Bye-bye. Goodbye, Volcanion. 240 damage, turn 2. And now we've got the Via Seeker and another Golduck in the back. They're going to bring up the Xerneas. Now, we do need to be careful here because we do not have another Psyduck going. They've got 3, 6... Well, they're just going to have a lot of damage here. But they cannot attack me. They do need a Fairy and a double colorless energy. They do need a Fairy and a double colorless energy to hit us. They get the double colorless. And as long as I get water energy, I can knock out Xerneas. Bursting Balloon is gone. And we're going to get another Golduck here, which isn't really necessary. I'm just going to Octillery. Get an additional card. Maybe it'll be a Psyduck. Maybe I can get one down. No, it is going to be the Lysander, which is actually a very good card for me to grab. But I am going to go with the Professor's Letter. Grab 2 of these precious Water Energy. And we're going to knock out these Xerneas. Double Jet is going to knock out my opponent's Xerneas here. Done. And down goes not only a Xerneas, but one of the double colorless energies. There's a prize. We're gonna get a Remoraid. No Psyduck yet, which is a problem. Because that is just gonna be the game. Just like that. Bam! My opponent has no energy. My opponent doesn't have too much. I know that was a really quick game, but I am gonna showcase that one just because that's Golduck right there. Fast, powerful, and amazing. You saw him. He had a bad start. I'll give him that. He did start with the Volcanion, but we did one-shot it. And unfortunately just didn't get a chance to set up that Xerneas in the back. And by then we had the Lysander for the Shaman to kind of collect a few more prizes and keep my opponent at bay. But with that though, we're going to go into maybe a game that's a little longer, because I'll be honest here, 5 minutes is not a long match. And we're back for match number 2. It is going to be against Forza Jack 1984. Playing that Rayquaza coin. She's looking mighty fine today. And we're going to lose this coin toss. So it's fine. My opponent is going to decide to go first. So this is going to put us back a little bit. Unfortunately, we don't get a basic Pokemon. So my opponent will be able to see that we are running Golduck. All our cool stuff. And my opponent has those nice Magearna sleeves. I did not pick them up. So unfortunately, you'll never see them on my side. But they are very pretty. We have a Psyduck. That's all we need. We needed one Psyduck. Beautiful. We have no additional Pokemon. My opponent will have a water energy? No, they'll be able to get an additional draw. And they're playing Giratina. Alright then! So that's not something you see every day. This Pokemon has been really popular because it is a break counter. But the only real break you see these days is Greninja Break, so I don't know. I like the card a lot, but I don't like the card. Just because breaks weren't really broken to begin with, and now you have a counter? I don't know. We see the Hoopa coming out from the Ultra Ball. So my opponent is going for some sort of plays here. Playing the Hoopa, then probably grabbing... I have no idea. I'll be honest, I got no idea. Something psychic related. Probably Mewtwo? I don't know. Kind of, maybe? It's gonna be Turbo Darkrai. I don't know what to tell you. I guess the Giratina is just there for the Devour Light so that it stops abilities. Either way, my opponent does get down a Darkrai, drops an XP share, and drops another Darkrai down. My opponent is going to play another XP share onto the Hoopa, plays the Shaman, and now is able to set up grabbing 4 cards to make her hand a little bit more OP. My opponent does go for a Max Elixir, looking to set up that Darkrai turn 1. This is going to be a hard match for us. I'll say that right now. Because we don't have too many good supporters going right now. We do see an Escape Rope, so my opponent is going to be able to bring in that Darkrai. And there's not much I can do about it. We're going to see the Escape Rope, and the Giratina is going to move to the back. My opponent is going to go for a Sycamore, and the Darkrai is literally where it wants to be. We see a Fighting Fairy Belt, making it a 210 HP Milan with a Max Elixir coming out for the benched Darkrai. Turbo Darkrai is just gonna... It's scary, man. It's just scary. We got a few cards that are okay here, but nothing I'd really want to say is amazing. We have the Teammates, which is just going to head to the discard pile after this one. I'm actually going to opt to go with the Dive Ball, and I gotta grab a Remoraid because it's still only turn 1 for me, and that means I cannot evolve my Psyduck. Octillery will have to hit the discard pile. It's a little disheartening right now. This match's not going so well. Not going so well, not gonna lie. We're gonna drop a Bursting Balloon down, drop a nice Splash Energy so we can grab our Psyduck back. And do I want to grab back my Octillery? I don't really have another play, so that is all I'm going to be able to do. Whew. I think my opponent is going to have a bit more of an easy time here. We are going to get End, which is fine, I guess. I don't have much to go with what I'm playing anyway. We did get a Golduck, but this Psyduck is not going to survive. It's just not. It's just not. Dark Pulse is coming through. 110 damage. I have 70 HP. But my opponent does take 60. So there is that. The good old Psyduck can come back down into the active position. I can drop a steady water energy down onto it now. And we can just go right into your Hoopa. You can't float stone it out. You're going to need some sort of retreat. And this might give us a turn to set up. But unfortunately, that is all I can do. That is all I can do. And either way, I'm alright with the Remoraid going down, considering his partner, Octillery, is currently in the discard pile. I can't use this particular one now. If I got an Octillery, of course, I can use it. But that's it. We do see a Dark Energy hit the Hoopa. My opponent is going to have to waste a few of these Dark Energies to get out. Hex Maniac is going to go off. Therefore, no abilities are allowed to be played. We are going to go with a nice, safe Golduck evolution. If I'm going to lose it, I might as well retreat and get my Golduck up. And we're going to go for a Sycamore here because I need more cards guaranteed. And my opponent doesn't seem to have too much. I do not need to play the Eevee. I can get a level ball though, and I can evolve my Octillery. So maybe it was good that I got a chance to retreat. Not bad. Now yes, I know that I can't use the ability. That's fine. That's fine. We got a Bursting Balloon, so we could potentially do more damage, but I don't... I'll attach it. Just in case he wants to switch. Or she wants to switch. That Trainer's Mail failed, and I'm gonna hit with a Scratch, because I have no water energy in my hand. So I got 20 damage down on the Hoopa. We're making progress, guys. We are making progress. My opponent does just want to switch. We're going to see a Dark Energy hit the Yveltal in the back. My opponent does not want me to take damage from the... Does not want to take damage from the Bursting Balloon. So we're going to see a Pokemon Center Lady. And we're going to see a switch. Okay, never mind. It's going to heal off my damage here, and unfortunately my Golduck is going to go down. This time we are losing Golduck for sure. Oh man, not fun times here. We're having some bad times. We get a Remoraid and an Eevee. And we are going to Lysander back out that Hoopa. Bring it back out. I don't want it in the active position. I don't want you being able to do stuff. That's just rude. We get a Psyduck. We're looking okay. I go for an energy retrieval. I can get those 2 water energies back. We've got some plays. Got some plays. We are going to be able to drop a water energy down onto Psyduck. And unfortunately, that is going to be it. So if my opponent does switch right now, my Octillery will be destroyed. We see the Trainer's Mail. Looking for something. That was a golden one even. I've stopped noticing the golden ones. My opponent does get a Max Elixir out of that trade. Not bad. Trainer's Mail for Max Elixir. I like it. Now they can go for the energy to drop onto the Darkrai in the back. And I'll be even more hurt because of it. Now we have discarded teammates. So we'll be able to use that if we desperately need to. So I can go for Golduck. I can get some damage off onto this guy here. Can't knock it out though. Cannot knock it out. Whew. We're going to see the Sycamore. I love this music. GlitchxCity has done a fantastic job of making a lot of the new Sun and Moon music. Absolutely love it. This one is Halloween City, I believe. So we're going to take 150 damage. Our Octillery is going to go down. I would love it if we got 1 knockout in this matchup. Just 1. Just 1. I do get a chance to go for a Bursting Balloon here. And I'm going to go for the teammates. This will get me a Water Energy. No. Yeah, Water Energy and a Golduck. Whoa, 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 whoa. Brain is completely dead. So I'll grab my teammates now. Now I can play it and look for the cards that I actually need, which is Golduck and a Water Energy. Now we can get some damage off here, and they will knock themselves out if they attack me. Whoa, 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 whoa. Almost did something stupid. I almost did something stupid. We're gonna go for a double jet. Ditch these. Done. Damage down to the Darkrai. So if it was just a normal Darkrai without a Fighting Fury Belt, it would have been knocked out. But it has to be careful now. It can take me out, but I will get a chance to knock it out as well. So they'll want to switch, which might happen. I don't know. I kind of don't want it to happen. We do see a Lysander, and it's going to be the Eevee, so they're going to knock out my Eevee, which is unfortunate. You're really not saving yourself anything here, because I'll be... Oh, right. Can't knock out. Golduck, come on back in. So we will get one knockout, for sure. Silent Lab can kick in. No abilities, but unfortunately it's a little late. This would have been a fantastic stadium earlier in the game, but it's just not going to happen. We can go for a Fisherman drop to get all our energies back. Again, I've lost... Oh, I only had 2 in the discard. My bad. My bad. We will go for double jet. I do not need to waste 2 of them. I will just sacrifice 1 energy. And this will do 60 damage to knock out the Darkrai. Now my opponent actually gets to keep both of those energy. Is there something here that can save us? I don't think so. I think we're going to have a defeat here, but that's okay. We are going up against Turbo Darkrai, and we're getting to see if we can compete with some of those very fast, very powerful EXs. And it might just be down to my playing and unfamiliarity, but my opponent is going to remove that Shaman. Does get rid of my Silent Lab as well in the process. And my damage is actually going to be reduced. So down goes my Golduck. I'm just going to have Remoraid left, and that is going to probably be my game here. I can do everything I can to try and grab. I don't have a Golduck left in the deck. That's a problem. That's a big problem. I'm going to look, see what I can do, but I'm pretty sure this good old Darkrai has me in the bank. We can go for this. We can get myself the Octillery, a Golduck, and another Golduck. We can go for a Level Ball. Get the Octillery. I'm really just looking... If I can get a Float Stone and Golduck, we might stand a chance here. I got another Golduck. Unfortunately, Have I VS Secret? Yes, I end. It's alright. It's alright. I could have teammated, but unfortunately I can't. I can't evolve either. So that will be, unfortunately, this matchup. But I am going to go to 3 games this time because you know what? Game 1 was really quick. Game 2, a little bit of a bummer, especially but we got to see... especially? I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore. But we did get to see how we would face off against a strong Darkrai, and they had a bad start even with having the Giratina as the lead. So, kudos to my opponent. Huge, huge deck to try and take on with Golduck. But maybe next time we'll be able to fight something and maybe get another win for Golduck. So stay here. We've got one more match coming your way in just a second. And our final match, guaranteed of the day, is against Punkid. Punkid. We're gonna punt him across the field. No, we're not. That's just rude. That's mean. I apologize. We are gonna toss this coin and maybe land, but we're not. So our opponent is going to get the coin toss here, and I think it's fair considering I did just say I was going to punt him across the field. But we didn't get a basic Pokemon, so unfortunately we are going to give them a good old head start on us. Let's see if we can get ourselves going. We are going to have a Psyduck lead with a good old Starmie in the back. I'm actually alright with that, because we have not seen Starmie yet in today's episode. It'd be nice to actually get it going. We are going to see a Manaphy in the front line, which is probably not something they want, which is good for us considering Manaphy is actually right at that sweet spot for HP. 120 is exactly where we want it to be for Golduck. But we cannot evolve this turn. We see a Poison Barb, which is very scary, but a very good item for that deck. We're going to see the Poison Barb hit onto the Manaphy. And is that going to be it? It'll be interesting if it is. I apologize if you guys can hear that. Oh, we're going to get end. Maybe Starmie isn't going to make an appearance right now. I don't know why, but depending on the time I record, I just get slippy with the tongue. Like, right there, like, I knew what I was saying, but apparently I didn't. We're gonna go with the Trainer's Mail. My opponent's gonna grab a Lysander. I'm not getting anything. My opponent is getting the Lysander. And we're gonna see the Ultra Ball. He actually discards it, which is good knowledge and bad knowledge. My opponent is grabbing the hyper rare Lapras GX. I'm 100% jealous. I have not pulled a hyper rare at all. Whether it be in real life or digital, does not matter. Have not pulled a hyper rare. Have not done it. Max Elixir drop down for the Lapras, and we see a Water Energy down onto the Manaphy. So my opponent is doing that, and I'm going to get rid of my phone. Because if I feel it, that means it must be shaking in the vibration of the microphone as well. I don't need to play that. Let's see what we get off the Trainer's Mail, and it'll be the N. And the N is very good for us right now. I wish I had a Remoraid so I could drop the Float Stone. But I'm not really in the shape to do that. We're going to go for an N. I shouldn't have done that. My opponent had one card. My opponent had one card. Drops down the Staryu. I just need to get a nice old Remoraid. And we're going to drop it as well. Now I can go for a Confuse Ray. It's damaged. I can go for this. It will not. It'll not damage me. So we are both confused, which is nice. But my opponent does have free retreat, so really not gonna matter. But my opponent doesn't really want to bring in that Lapras yet, I don't think. Does play another Lapras and drops a Fighting Fairy Belt onto Lapras, giving it 230 HP. What is that insanity? Max Elixir goes off. We're going to see if Water Energy hit the Lapras in the back. I just gave my opponent, like, free win here. Like, I don't know what I'm thinking. We see the Lapras come up into the front line. If my opponent has a Water Energy, we'd see a team's... Oh. This isn't good. We're going to lose our Psyduck right off the bat. Are we literally going to get destroyed by a Lapras GX? That's scary. Now, we're in a good position, sort of, maybe. We've lost, well, 2 Water Energies so far. This would actually be the perfect time to get a Starmie, but I don't need it. I have the Energy Retrieval, so I'm actually going to opt to get my Octillery, which might still get me Starmie. So we'll play that, and before we go for the Energy Retrieval, we will draw cards from the Abyssal Hand, hopefully getting something. I need something. We got Starmie, that's good. I don't need the Flareon, so I can actually opt to get rid of that. So Space Beacon, we're going to get rid of Flareon, and we're going to grab 2 Water Energies back from the discard. Problem. I don't have enough energy to attack. I have not supported this turn. I might have to be a Seeker. At least I don't think. Yeah, I haven't supported yet. So we're going to end. See if we can get a better hand here. We get a Splash Energy, but it doesn't really mean much to me. We are going to go for the Silent Lab here. Trainer's Mail, can you get me a Professor's Letter or something? Nope, Floatstone. Floatstone it is. We're going to drop that down onto the Octillery. Actually, I should have gone for the Dive Bolt. He has second Golduck here. We're going to have to go for Double Jet. And I got to ditch one Water Energy. So 60 damage is it. We're going to see the Poison Barb onto the Lapras in the back. And a Remoraid into the back. So my opponent is going to be using Octillery as well. My opponent full-on retreats. And had to waste all that energy to do so. Which is a little weird. She could have stayed in and knocked out my Golduck. Does get the Rough Seas up, so my opponent can heal. Which is going to make this very annoying. And drops another Water Energy back down onto that hyper rare Lapras. My opponent is going to get 2 energies dropped onto Manaphy, and that'll get Mineral Water. Heals off the damage from the Rough Seas, and then we'll be able to Mineral Water me for 60, healing the damage on the Lapras even further. Okay. I should have done this last turn. I really did not need Floatstone. I made a misplay. Could have gotten a Psyduck out last turn. Now I'm going to ditch my Psyduck and my Splash Energy. Oh well. I only have one in there right now, so let's go for the Sycamore. I'll be able to claim the Manaphy as a prize, which I'm okay with. I am going to heal. And I'm going to put a Bursting Balloon down. I got the Golducks back, which is good, but I actually did not get any energy, which is a problem. Did not knock me out, so I do need a Silent Lab. And there's only one Water Energy in here. I only have an Octillery left in the deck, water base wise. That's not the card I was hoping to grab. I was hoping to get another Starmie. Oh man. I'm gonna Space Beacon, get rid of the Sycamore. I'm gonna Double Jet at least for 60. This way, if the Manaphy does want to hit me, hold on. Almost attached it, which would have been bad. Double Jet, 1 water. There we go. We're gonna take poison. It was bound to happen, but we're gonna go down pretty quickly anyway. We only have 90 HP. And now if they do attack us, the Manaphy will go down, or the Lapras will take some damage, which is fine by me. And with the Silent Lab up, our opponent cannot freely retreat. They'll have to waste all their energy to do so. Does do so, and does just get a 3rd energy down. Going for the Starmie, which will be able to get my energies back, which is pretty good on my opponent's part, but does actually go for the GX attack. This way they can attack on the following turn. And now I'm in a very bad position. Very, very bad position. We can go for the energy drop here. We'll go for the energy retrieval. I only have 1 in the discard. I made a huge misplay. I just wasted that. I'm going to actually opt to Sycamore here. I need more water energy. I got 2. Okay. Gonna drop a nice, juicy, bursting balloon down. We do need another side duck or a star. There's nobody else in here. We've discarded everybody. We're in a bit of a problem. Let's go for the double jet. We're gonna get some damage down. We're gonna hit 120. We should be able to knock out next turn if I can get a water energy for him. We should be okay. We'll get rid of the Lapras. And my opponent's starting to set up the Lapras in the back. I don't know what happened to my poison counter. Oh right, I got switched. That's what happened. We're gonna see the VS Secret. My opponent's gonna Lysander out my artillery, and this is a good play because this Lapras is gonna go down. And now my card draw is gone. We're gonna bring up our Golduck. Damaged goods. That's actually a good card. Weirdly enough, that is exactly what we need. I'm going to drop this energy down onto my other Golduck. And I'm going to Fisherman. I can get 3 water energy back. And next turn when my Golduck goes down, I can take out one of these. I can use my teammates. So we'll go with the double jet here, and we will be able to knock out the Lapras GX. Which is nice. We get rid of one of these bad boys. Bam! And we've pretty much gotten close to taking this game back. We have a Starmie, which can start getting our cards back, our good old water energy. And my opponent's not really in a position to set up that Lapras. My opponent cannot go for a Silent Lab attack. Does play another Full Art Lapras. Is probably going to get a Mineral Water off, but it will not actually take me out here. Which is something to note. I might actually take the lead here. And that's actually kind of scary. Golducks are ready to go. Not anymore. My Starmie is going to hit the good old deck again, which is not where I want it to be. But I got a Super Rod. We're okay. And we are going to see the Mineral Pump, which is going to do 60. Oh, right. 60. So down goes my Golduck. We're going to bring up our last current Golduck. We got the water energy that we need. I need to get as many cards into my deck as possible. And that is going to be a 1-in-1 line of the Golduck and a Starmie. I think that's it. Now, can I go for teammates, or did that get shuffled? That got shuffled, I believe. Supporter-wise, what can I use? Not much. I can just go for the double jet. Knock out this Manaphy. And that will leave us with just one prize left to be taken. My opponent can take this game still. But we do have a Lysander to pull it into something that we want to knock out. We're going to get a Remoraid and a Psyduck. Okay, so we've got some basics again. We'll have a Psyduck down in the next turn. I don't know if we're going to be able to do this. I don't know. This is going to be tight. This is a close match. This is kind of the match I wanted to showcase because we are going up against a GX deck. It is Lapras, but with that being said, they're so bulky, and Golduck is still putting in a lot of work. We do see the second water energy down onto the Lapras. It does not look like it can hit us this turn. We're going to get End. That's not good, because we had 2 basics. We could have dropped them. Now we have 2 Starmies. We have a bad hand. We have a bad hand now. My opponent is just getting all the cards back. Lapras has got an energy now. My opponent did get the opportunity to go for the Abyssal Hand themselves. I can get rid of one Starmie. And they've got the Oranguru, which is additional help for the card draw. Not that it's going to matter too much. We have a VS... Oh, thank you. Okay, so we are going to drop a Starmie down. And at this point, I do just want a Sycamore. Because I need as many cards as I can get right now. Sycamore! I need those side decks. I need all those pretty basics back. And we did get them, which is nice. I even got... How much water energy is actually in the deck? We have 5 down, 1 floating somewhere. So I cannot do massive damage. Maria gets this. I'm going to go for the Space Beacon and get rid of the N. Grab 2 water... Grab 2 water energies. We might have this game, guys. I think we might actually have this game. Hold on. Almost used my water energy. We're going to go for a double jet here. Sacrificing both our water energies. And I think we might have this. So we get 120 damage down. 1 turn away from knocking out Lapras. They need to go for some sort of attack here to minimize the damage. And they actually just drop a double colorless energy onto the Oranguru. Is that the game? Did Golduck just take out Lapras GX? Gonna try and retreat. Not gonna work. I will... Knew that we couldn't do anything. We had the VS Seeker. We could get Lysander, get the water energy from our good old Starmie, and that would have been the game regardless. So, thank you guys. I think Golduck deserves a gold star right on his chest because he just got himself 2 out of 3 wins. Now, with that being said, Golduck is a budget deck. It is not going to go into tournaments and win. It will do a lot of things. It'll be a ton of fun. I think there's a lot of potential and a lot of room for growth. Like I said, the EVs are there just specifically for like Decidueye and Lurantis. And you've got a lot of damage for 1 water energy. But as you can see, we had a few turns there where we were trying to kind of get the water energy consistent and keep ourselves going. So sometimes there will be a little bit of a problem there. But again, it is a budget deck. Really, none of those cards are expensive. The most expensive card is going to be Octillery. But with that though, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this deck. Please leave in the comment section if there's anything you guys would have done differently with this deck. Otherwise, make sure to subscribe if you are new, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. But until then, time out.